So this video is a continuation of a previous video I did where I walked through the exact blueprint of the cold outreach I did. So if you haven't seen that already, I highly suggest you go and watch that first, because that's gonna give you some more context of these results that I'm gonna show you in this video now. And sorry for the bad lighting, so now I have a lot of good natural light, but in the video I did in the evening, so it's gonna look very dark. So sorry about that. We're gonna fix it in a future video. Stay tuned. Let me show you the results of the campaign and what I used. So I used Instantly for this, and I did 1,700 emails throughout different campaigns, right? Throughout probably like 3 to 4 months. I had totally a 14.1 response rate. So now I don't have the open rate because I chose to send the emails as just text. So in Instantly you have the option to send the emails as text or as HTML, I believe. But if you do it just as text, you can't do any tracking. So that's sort of a problem, right? But I believe this was just my own assumption, is that if I have someone sending me personally an email, I would be very skeptical if that included HTML. I know that someone have a signature with HTML, but if it's just some random person sending me an email, I'm a little bit skeptical about that. So that was my thought, and I do believe that that the general consensus is that if you just send an email just as text, it will have a higher open rate. So that was why I did it. And for me, it didn't really matter the open rate. What mattered was sort of the response rate and then the results. So that's what I've tracked. So yeah, 14.1% response rate. And obviously most of them would just say no. So it's not a positive response rate necessarily. And then actually 84 people said yes, maybe more actually. But I made 84 videos. So yeah, so let me just reiterate. So I made 84 videos, but actually more people said yes to the video. There was probably, I would say there was probably 10 to 15 videos I never did, because, you know, I ended up realizing this website they have is really, really good already. So, you know, so I didn't really have any idea of the video. So that's probably something I should have mentioned before. In the beginning, probably the first 1,000 emails I sent, I also looked at all the websites, and I only sent an email to the people that had a really shitty website. So I think in the beginning my response rate was much higher than it was previously. So I can show you my Instantly account. So this is the Instantly account. You can see here 1.7 thousand. I don't know maybe how many. Maybe that's a little bit more. And you can see the reply rate, and then opportunities. I think the opportunities is not correct here, because I had, you know, as you just saw, I made 84 videos. So you can see here the response, the reply rate for some of the campaigns. So you can see it fluctuates a lot. So the two previously campaigns, actually 3, was larger campaigns where I didn't spend so much time actually looking at the website. I just took the whole list. I just sent to the whole list I had, and then see who would reply. Before I would actually take the whole list and then condense it down to actually you know, people that have a really shitty website. So that's what I did in the beginning. And you can see here the first campaigns I did was only a few emails, right? You can see 14, 21, 97, 23. The response rate is really high: 26%, 37%, 33.3%, 35%, and 20%. And this one had an error, so I don't know if this is actually 15, 19. And these here, I don't know why this is so small. And then around these campaigns here that I did, I believe that was around the time where I just sent out to all of them. So a lot of them, they would have to get this email but still have like a really nice website, so it's less relevant. So the more relevant the lead is for the whatever that you are providing, I believe the more the higher the reply rate you would actually get. But it also takes a longer time to actually, you know, curate those leads. That's like another step. So out of the 84 videos, I made 7 designs. So 4.9% said yes to the video, maybe actually a little bit more, but 4.9, almost 5% I made videos for of the 1700. And then 0.4% I made design for. That was 7 designs. And then I had like 2 people that didn't want to design, but they was interested in like SEO and stuff like that. So that's why I had 9 meetings. So about 0.5% meetings, and then I closed 1 client. This client here was super easy to close because it was like, he said yes to the video. Then I made the video, and he said, "Oh, it's really good." And then he actually, and then we just had a meeting right away. And then he basically said, "Oh, I want this." After I pitched him the concept, even without actually making a design. So for this client here, I never actually made a design for him for free before I actually got the sale, which is kind of funny actually. So he was super motivated to buy. So yeah, 0.059% of 1700 emails, which is to me, I don't know if this is good or bad actually. I have no idea because I'm not really a sales guy, so I can't really speak if these are good. I believe like, okay, I had 9 meetings. I'm actually not sure, maybe it was 7 meetings. Let's just assume that I had 7 meetings and I closed 1 out of 7. I feel like that's not super good, but then again, people might not be ready to buy right now. I still have a little bit of communication with some other people. I have one guy that's last week was almost ready to pull the trigger. So that might, I might get some. So that's the thing with cold outreach, in my opinion, is you put in a lot of work to get these contacts. It's a really efficient way of getting into contact with people. And then it's just about providing a lot of value and then just keeping the contact for a long time. So that's also a lot of work, right? One thing is actually preparing the campaigns and actually doing the campaigns. A lot of work is also actually in the back end, like a month after, several months after. You have to keep sort of reaching out to them, right? And just offer them something, some good value. I do believe there's potential in cold outreach. I believe that it's most important to obviously make the emails as relevant for the user as possible. Like, it's really, really important. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of time. So that's why I believe that curating your own list of leads, that's just your leads, is very, very important. And then in the email, provide a lot of value to the people that, is almost impossible to say no to. I might, if I wanted to do this again, I might do this again. But if I had to change something going forward, I would want to automate more of these things. For example, when I did the leads, I would want to create a script or use an existing service that can provide me with these websites for me from Google Maps, and then combine that with my own custom scraper. And then I would hire the same guy, another guy, to enrich the data. So that would sort of, be automatic. And then I would also want to just have this go on repeat, like make sure that this happens continually every week, and then a new campaign is created through Instantly or another software. And then I would want to change the way that I do videos. So at the beginning, I would do these long form, like 10-minute long videos, and cut it down, and it just took a long time. That's why I switched over to using Loom, where I could just do a quick 2-minute video, just provide 1 or 2 high value items for the person, right? Just a quick one. Like before, I would do like 10 different things, right? Different pages and different things. The new videos, I would just do like 2 things, and I would try that out and see if that's more efficient, if it works just as well, because it is faster to do it, and it's gonna be easier to increase the volume, because that's probably also something that is important with the outreach, is having a high volume. I tried to do, I believe at one point, like I believe it was 100 or 200 emails per day, but even that was actually a lot of work, because a lot of people would reply, and I would have to talk with them, and some people I would do a video with, and so on and so forth. So it's about make the whole process much more efficient, so it's something that you can do continually, because this was sort of the whole thing here would sort of distract me from other work. So I would basically take a 1 hour, 2 hour blocks of time every day and just do videos, basically. And sometimes there's a difference in the time zone. My time zone is different than their time zone. So sometimes I would get a lot of email throughout the night, and I'll have to reply to them in the morning and then do videos the other day. So I also think that if you can reply these prospects just right away, I think that would also benefit much more. But I don't believe that this is a fast way of making money, because I see videos online saying, hey, if I had to make $10,000 a month, this month very fast, I would just do cold outreach. But I think cold outreach can be efficient, but it's not a fast way of making sales. It's a very slow process, because also it depends on what you sell them, right? Because if it's a high ticket like a website or something like that, it's gonna take them time to adjust to the idea that they need to buy a new website, right? And then the whole process of actually changing the website, it just takes them a long time to think about. So it might take 6 months before a prospect that they actually convert. And I've seen like different subreddits for web agencies that an average closing time for their leads is like 3 months. So this is anecdotal, right? This is something I read on a Reddit subreddit, right? So around 3 months. And I feel like that's actually, that makes sense for me, like with the things that I did, because I would still communicate with people 2-3 months after I had initial contact. Yeah, so I hope I covered everything. I might have forgotten something, but if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and I'm sure to reply you. See you next video.